Thank you for joining Wars of the Rosies as we continue with Lesson 62, The Coming World of International Esoteric and Illuminated Bible Lessons by R. Swinburne Clymer. Rosicrucian Bible Lessons. Rosicrucian Interpretation of the Scriptures. The Coming World. Scientist. Practical material scientists claim to have discovered a new world forming in the sun. They are reckoning, wondering, and guessing as to the outcome of the phenomenon they call it, and have about concluded it will bring about the destruction of this world. One of the Eth Brotherhood knew of the formation of the new world in the sun years ago, and has waited for the scientists, wise men, to break the news to the world. He says that the new world forming in the sun will not destroy the earth. Divine law never sent destruction upon any world by contact with another world. Each world creates itself. It sustains itself by obeying divine law. It destroys itself by disobeying divine law. This new world will locate in a sphere of its own. It will be peopled by those in harmony with its laws and vibrations. It will be a harmonious world, a world of enlightened souls. It is the new heaven and earth Jesus told us about, and of which John, the beloved prophet and disciple, described in Revelation. This is he who gives the message. Hear ye and obey. Hear ye and obey. These words are from the great white throne. They are the words of wisdom. The philosophers of old obeyed. They knew divine law could not be twisted and turned to suit the demands of the material. The soul must obey if it will attain life. If we understand the law of life, we would be more eager to obey. We do not realize what life is. We struggle here with the veil of illusions, of the false knowledge of the senses leading us, and are handicapped by their laws. We exist for a time only. If we form and live in the real of divine desire, we will live again in a pure and more enlightened state. This is why there can be no one different age or stage of creation. There is always advancement from the lowest to the highest, or the soul attains to a certain extent, then retrogrades. No soul ever attains perfection or comes to the realization of the true conception of God, which is the Christ, and then descends back into destruction. The soul reaches the stage when it is given the opportunity to choose through a whole existence whether it prefers the darkness to light, and it attains equilibrium only when it chooses the light. It will follow black magic or white magic. If it is given its chance many times and refuses, it is given blackness by its own soul and mind. When the soul desires truth, it will go on upward. Flesh, the world, and the devil cannot hold it back. If it attains the Christ, or even the knowledge of Christ, it cannot retrograde or descend into the bottomless pit. The soul that has the knowledge given it and rejects it is the soul that turns back, and the last state is worse than the first. But this soul has never attained Christ or mastership. Judas Iscariot was taught all the laws, and he gained reputation as a healer. He was prominent as treasurer of the company, but he knew not the Christ, and Jesus himself had not the power to awaken him, because the power was within himself, and God cannot open the eyes of one who deliberately refuses to obey and to see. Judas saw himself not as he was, but as he thought he was. He did not realize the great error he committed until too late. We read he destroyed himself by betraying the Christ. He destroyed himself. We all do, or we save ourselves. It is up to us. We can be honest and true if we want to be. We do not need to steal or lie or cheat or bear false witness or covet anything that is our neighbor's. We know we can be true if we will. Every man and woman knows this. Every man and woman knows that their sins are found out, and yet they go on thinking to deceive. Evil does not prevail. It never did except for time. God ruled always, wisely and well, and will rule until the end of the world. If it keeps its equilibrium, it will stand. If it is destroyed, it is destroyed by the evil souls of men who are upon it, by the vibrations and currents of the black brothers who will not see the light. It will never be destroyed by the new world. The new world is for those who are light, who desire truth and righteousness more than this world and its pleasures can give them. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and comment. And if you can, please consider donating to Wars of the Rosies. Links to PayPal and Patreon are in the description. Thank you so very much.